Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian is a Weirdo. Today I am working on my second pride top. This one's going to be a rainbow as well. And then I also got some zip ties. I don't know why I didn't think about them being 4 inches, meaning that they would be 4 inches. So that's a little dumb. And then also they're very skinny, so I'm going to try to melt a couple together to make some like level of boning that will hold and be comfortable. So it might take a couple little tests. Luckily, I don't need the whole length of it, so I should have enough. So I'm actually just gonna go on and start that right now. So I have a baking sheet and aluminum foil under here, so that hopefully we don't burn anything down or melt anything that ought not be melted, you know. But we'll see. So what I want to do first, actually, is first I'm gonna take the ends and I'm gonna sew them like they belong. So with the very ends, 1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to take a stitch marker. Watching and eating. Oh my gosh, I knew you could do it. You're so talented. Are you eating anything good? I know you said you were going to make food for eating. I don't know, I'm such a dick all the time. It's truly a gift. Making sure that I'm working in the front so it's more comfortable on the skin. Okay, so putting the stitch marker there, and I'm going to sew up the bottom and the side of it so that when/if I can get the piece of boning that I'm making in there, it'll fit in there nice and snug, and it won't slip out. Let me make sure it's nice and tight in there so that doesn't sneak out. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to take that stitch marker out now so it's out of my way. Yeah, what are you eating? Let me know all the deets because I'm not eating right now, so I'm living vicariously through you. So I need details. Now the side doesn't need to be as the side doesn't need to be as tightly woven because it's going to be long enough that it won't come out of the side. A little. And I'm sewing the back loop only so that it kind of rolls over and melds into chicken Alfredo with garlic bread. That sounds so good. I haven't chicken Alfredo in a long ass time. Okay, so then okay, so I've sewn a little casing for it right here. So you can see that the top is open, but the sides are sewn shut and the bottom is sewn shut. So I'm just going to take my needle and kind of make sure that there aren't any spots that this might peek out. Probably should have done this when I was in the area, but looks like there might be a way that it could slip out. So I'm gonna actually try to undo this. Okay, and then I can just take it out like that because it's pretty simple. Stippage. I want this to be very secure. Yeah, there's a little hole. Trying to figure out where I sewed this through. I can't, so I'm just gonna resew the whole thing. Okay, that's cool. Not a big deal. Better to have it be secure than anything else. Okay, so let's see what's kind of going on. Because of this yarn being cotton, I'm actually going to purposely split it so it actually makes the bottom tighter and places between stitches, because it was actually a place between a stitch. It wasn't like I missed something. So I'm just going to split the yarn on purpose. So I'm going to go in, just kind of insert my needle in different places and make sure that they're covered. So I really love garlic bread. I would do some unspeakable things for garlic bread. Like if you want me to speak them, I'll speak them, but like let's just say they're unspeakable. Okay, so I'm going back through. Okay, and now I feel more secure about that. And I'll sew up the side again. I guess I should be showing this a little bit more, but it's easier to hunch like I have a medical condition and do it like that because that's just how I've always done it. I don't like the way I said that one. When I'm in so much from watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So many hotties, so little time. And then so many people who are like, thank God they put the vampire makeup on you. You need to, that's doing wonders for your career. Just keep that on. Getting worse, but where am I? Okay. Hey Lydia, welcome in. I don't know what happened to my voice when I just tried to speak to you, but I am currently, so I'm working on some of the final-ish steps of the festival top that I'm making, and so I'm making casing that my DIY boning that works should go in. So I've sewn up the bottom and the sides of this. I just folded it over. I'm also going to have another little pleat right here, and it's going to they're both going to hold bits of boning, so that boning is just kind of like a loose term for like a structured piece that holds the holds it together. So now I'm going to keep this kind of next to me so I can make sure that the sizing is right. How are you doing, Lydia? What are you working on? How was your day? So my thought was to start with 4. Now these are supposed to be heavy duty, but they're also very tiny. I do think that together they'll be a decent size. I wonder about 6. I need to be able to make 8 of them this time. I'm gonna have to order from Walmart again because it's an order minimum, all that stuff. Okay. So yeah, that's much sturdier, much less flexibility. Let's see what 5 looks like. Something about just adding that 6th one. Okay, so the end of these are all curved because they're zip ties. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off where it starts to curve. Actually, they're all kind of, you can tell because the serrated part stops. So I'm just going to cut there. Been sleeping since I got home from work this afternoon, dealing with a headache. Sorry to hear that. I'm exhausted, one thing. I'm not working on anything. Well, it's good to take a break sometimes. I think that it's important for us to you know, even if our bodies are making us do it. I'm waiting for the super crash to hit because I did not sleep at all last night, and I am not tired at all right now. So I'm figuring that the crash is going to hit me pretty hard, but that means I can sleep tonight. That'll be super, super, super nice. Okay, so I have 6 pieces that I've cut. That I've cut apart. So what I'm gonna do is because they won't lie flush together unless I put the tops like that. And then I'm gonna take the lighter. Now, don't do this over your skin. I can't say that enough because I remember one time I was doing a cosplay, putting together cosplay, and I was burning holes into fabric to look like it had been burnt, and it was like a mesh like plastic fabric, and a drop of it like balled up real fast and fell on my leg, and I still have a scar till this day. And you know that wasn't recently, so be careful with this. I have directly underneath where I'm doing this, I have aluminum foil covering a sheet pan. So hopefully this shit melts. Okay. So let's see. Because they're different heights, it's oh, you know what? I could just do them back to back like that, and they would be the same height. Duh. Smart. SMRT. Okay, so I'm letting those cool down a little bit. Yeah, careful's for wimps. I'm a man. Yeah, no, you know, I've done some stupid things with fire. Stupid fire's enchanting. So I'm just melting 2 together at a time. And then once I've melted 2 together at a time, I'm gonna melt all 3 sets together because I want to have 6 per bit of boning. Which honestly, boning is just funny to say. You know, it's like one of those things that we don't think about when we say it, and we use it in crafts and stuff like that. Like things like fingering, like we don't giggle and laugh when we talk about fingering weight yarn, but it's still funny. So, you know, I was thinking about that. So I want to let it make sure it's cooled down enough that I can touch it, that when I pick it up, it's not going to immediately separate. But really, only the ends are going to be connected if they're connected. So let's pick that first one up and see how it looks. So you can see that the end melted a little bit. And now how, okay, so let's see. This is the one that's sewn. So I think that for measurement's sake, so we know how big to do the other one as well. Also, if we could get 2 out of each one, that would be more effective, right? So they're 4 inches total, and if I do 1.5 inches, I think that'll be good. Oop. Let's see, once I cut all that off, so I'd have to be like right up on the end, but that's fine. Yeah, so I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to actually leave this long to connect all of them. And then we actually, no, I want to connect the other side. So I'm going to cut it to length. So I'm just going to take my tape measure. Make sure that those don't just like snap and pop off somewhere, because we're definitely going to use those if we can, right? Scissors with the hands. Don't cut your hand off. Hands are important if you can keep them. I do highly suggest it, but I'm not your parent. So. Okay, so this one did not stick together. So I'm going to re-melt this one. I'm actually going to bring this part under here. Okay, now while that is cooling, I'm going to do the shorter pieces and try to get me melt those other ends. Now you want to make sure you're doing this in a well ventilated place because you are burning plastic. Okay, so those did not melt together. Oh shit, that's hot. Lighters get hot when you hold them for a long time, in case you didn't know. I can tell some of y'all aren't the kind that hold lighters for a long time, so just wanted to let you know that. And that's not a judgment statement, it's just an assumption. You just don't strike me on the side, which is fine. It's cool. Okay, I can't get that one to stick. I mean, technically it's connected, it's just not as like together as I had hoped and expected, so I'm gonna go back and melt it again. So it looks like also if you're doing like the serrated to serrated side versus like the smooth side to smooth side, that does make a difference. What difference? I don't know yet. Okay, so now that this one's connected, this longer one, I'm going to cut that at 1.5 inches. So yeah, the top is mostly done. So I have the straps and the cups and the band's pretty much done. It's sewing around the casing, and then I got an order in for another top, so I'm making another one, and I'm kind of doing it a little simultaneously so that I can so that I can just kind of get it done, hopefully before I leave. Granted, I don't need to. I can send both of them out after I get home. But the first one, I think I have to get sent out the 4th, and I think I get back on the 1st or the 2nd. So I just wanted to have everything clear so that if anything came up, I could handle it. So I'm trying to get those two stick together. In the fork video I posted, they used a candle. I turned my fan all the way up because it gets hot as fuck in here, and I still do not. Oh my gosh, I still do not have a remote for my air conditioning, so it is set at what it is. And so I need the fan, but so candles blow kind of like right out here, and then I have one candle, and it's one of those fancy wooden wick ones. I didn't buy it. I think I got it for Christmas 3 years ago, and I just had it in my car for that long. Okay, so now I have these 3 little pieces, and they're kind of all slightly different sizes, but I'm hoping that with the power of, something, we can get them all stuck together. I feel like this would also be a great place for like a high temperature glue gun to just like stick it. And I almost ordered a high temperature glue gun, but I took it out of my cart because I was like, oh, I'm just doing it with fire. So now I'm like, nah, could have had options. I think I'm actually gonna put them kind of in a row so that they're more flat, like boning would be, rather than kind of like rounded, and see if that's that gives us the look and feel that we want. Oh, shit. The fire is going that way, but the heat's going this way. Motherfucker. Okay, so one just did not stick to the other, and I think the others are just stuck to the aluminum foil. Okay, so maybe that's not the answer. It could be 2 wide instead of 6 wide or 3 wide, and that would save a little bit on trying to connect them. Yeah, because like this. And I would also like if I could like glue. I do feel like hot glue would be better to like soften this a little bit too, although it would, and it would kind of rubberize the outside so that it would be less likely to slide around in there. I feel like I need hot glue. Yeah, I'm not going to do this without hot glue because I feel like it'll attach them better. I can soften the edges. I can get things what I want, and I don't run the risk of burning myself. All things that sound good. So, so yeah, I'm going to put that in my Walmart cart again, and remember that I actually need it. And then I can kind of make a base that's real big so that it won't, it's not going to come out of nothing. Nothing. Okay. Let's see. So, wait, did it stop playing? Trying to find where my save for later is. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna make some changes. Also, I didn't get the plastic canvas for the bricks, so I'm gonna move that to it because I put the hot glue gun back because I put the canvas back. So move to cart, 4-inch. Now that I have a better idea of how big that is, that's 30 sticks. Okay, that should be enough. And they're high temp. So okay, so we're not gonna do that too much today. Okay, so I'm just gonna work on the other one, and then I might. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna try to freehand the pillow, and like not cut in between the words, so that, well, I guess eventually you get to the end of the row and you gotta come back. The red antiquity was for the. It was for the bricks. Oh my gosh, you're so good at remembering things. See, that's why I keep you around. Good call. Because I didn't have like a brick red. It's so much yarn and it's so cheap. Because what, that entire skein was like what, $4 or something, less than that. You could make so much with just that skein of yarn. It does look a little thinner than my worsted Halloween yarn from Hershey's, but that might just be that might be just due to the metallic kind of running through it and running along the acrylic and kind of creating a little bit of fuzz. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so I'm going back to the top. I was going to try to make some boning, but for those of you who are just joining, I was trying to make zip ties into little plastic pieces that are melted together to kind of give the top. I'm making some structure in the strap behind it, but I feel like I need my glue gun for that. So if you're wondering what was happening kind of under the desk where you can't really see, that's it. I never did find out. I just heard some helicopters. I never did find out what the helicopters were here for, so. They went away shortly after I started talking about them, so maybe they were listening in on me. So I am finding that working on the cups kind of at the same time, where I'll do like this color on this one and then I'll do the same color on the other one, so that I'm finishing the cups at the same time, is helping me a lot, both in remembering how many rows I've done and also in just kind of making me feel like I'm finishing it faster. Welcome in, everyone. Yep, just working on a festival top. Very exciting. So if you want to come hang out, if you want to chit chat, if you want to lurk, if you want to multitask and listen to me, or not listen to me, depending on if I'm being just a little silent person. Granted, my neighbors do make up for that quite a bit. And then you're welcome to. If you are crafting something, I'd love to hear what you're making. If you've talked to me before today, and not necessarily about coming up in my life, but if you're not just a person who kind of like wandered in from nowhere, I do drop my link to come up, and I'm cool with most people coming up, as long as I can keep up the energy to do so. Um, so, and like I said, I really don't know when this crash is going to come, because I do not feel tired at all, which I don't know what's going on with my sleep meds. And I'm kind of at the point where I can't add any more medication. I'm at my like normal medication plus PRN limit. So I'm like, shit. So I need to make an appointment with my doctor and be like, help me. But the thing is, a lot of times medications that make you sleep are going to make you sleep longer, and that's also a problem that I've been having. So it's like kind of can't win a whole lot with sleep. Sleep's never been my forte. I've always just been a terrible sleeper, and had just like crazy insomnia. Luckily, I was able to find the right meds for a long time. But then, I go through periods of time where I don't sleep as well. So trying to get my brain back on board for that. Crystal, how perfect is that watermelon yarn for the fruit bat? I was thinking I'm gonna color control, even though it's velvet or like whatever, yeah, chenille. And that might be like hell. I think color control would look really good on it. I don't know exactly what I would. I have to look at the pattern again to remember how it's composed. But if I did some color control so that it, you could really see the watermelon on both sides and it was even, I feel like that would look so cool, so cute. Okay, just no, you want to just come on. Yeah, it's gonna be really good. I already forgot what we're talking about. Ah, shit. My brain is descending into madness so quickly that by the time I'm 43, like 10 years from now, it's just gonna be just like a jello mold that just like people ask me questions and it just like jiggles back in response. At least I won't stop being entertaining. Oh, the fruit bat. I'm so excited. And I didn't look at the specs for the yarn, but I assumed it was a smaller cake. So to see that it had so much more yarn than the fruit bat, um, to see that it had so much more yarn than the chenille, I was pretty surprised because I never look like I need to. Okay, and set the baby back in for a second. Okay, now we are on to the turquoise. So the number of stripes you do, and which like changes depending on which pride pattern you're doing, obviously, but also on the size that you're making. So this, I'm trying to keep in mind the measurements and the sizing for this particular top, because this one is going to be a different size. Luckily, I got the order for the other one first, so I could kind of have an idea about sizing and what I needed to consider. Okay, so pull this a little bit, cut the excess strings that I've woven in. Put this there. Okay. Oh, this impeccable yarn. I'm so afraid I'm just gonna rip it. And I was talking to Winter about it on their live, and I I was like, oh, I've been using the impeccable yarn and it splits a lot. And they're like, the soft classic is like, they're like, the impeccable is more expensive. It's super expensive here. I'm like, it's more expensive here too than the soft classic, but I had a commission that I had to get the colors as close to possible, and Joanne was either in business and I wasn't going to get it in time, or had just gone out of business and was getting just like ransacked, and there wasn't going to be consistent coloring, or I couldn't order online. I can't remember the exact situation. Look at how bad that one was. The other end came through, which is always fun. I know you don't belong there, but I still did not get I'm not down to one string yet, which means that this is pretty well. I am working on it, so at least I know that it's actually here. Oh, good God. That was pretty atrocious to watch. That was a full-on barf sesh, which doesn't sound good saying, so I'm not going to say it anymore. I saw a tiny little granny square. It looked like it was either done with like 10 thread or potentially embroidery cloths, and someone had made a keychain out of it in pride colors. And I was like, that's so cute. And so I commented on the picture. It was in like some other um, group. I think you're in that group because I think I could share that with you, Crystal. And it was a keychain with like a rainbow granny square. And I was like, but it was a keychain and it was like this big. And then it had the keychain loop on it. And I was like, hey, like, do you mind if I use this idea? And they were like, stitch away. And I was like, nice. This is a very pretty color. I don't work with turquoises often. Um, I did some when I was making that poncho for my friend. It was one of those projects that I had worked on for a while and then stopped working on for a long time. It's a granny stitch poncho, kimono style poncho. And I was making it for my friend, and it would have like random stripes of like turquoise in it because that was his favorite color, and turquoises and purples. And towards the end of his life, I was like, I just felt like if I finished it or if I worked on it too much, like he was gonna die, like, and I was gonna bury him in it. Like I was like, I can't work on it. So that's like still sitting back in North Carolina, and I just like never finished working on that. I don't know why that like just brought that up. Sorry, that got like morbid, like really, really, really fast. But that's if you've seen like the crow above my bed. Also, if you saw my room at my old place, you probably saw a bunch of dream catchers. Those are all made by my friend. Um, and he, I just, uh, yeah, he passed in July of last year. So I was like, I can't finish this. So it's just sitting around. But now he can't bug me about finishing it anymore, so, you know. I really wish I could have made him something out of leather. He also really liked leather goods, so I think that he would have really liked anything that I could have made him out of that. But next time, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. I'm a little afraid that the wind might blow it, but or the fan might blow it, but I'm gonna stretch my legs out underneath here. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Don't have uneven cheek distribution. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a lot. Yeah. So in this size, every color is going to have 3 rows with the exception of the purple and the red, which are going to have 4 rows. So we're adding some more rows for this compared to the the other size that I was making. So we're just making bra cups. Do 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 do. Yeah, yeah, as I mean, this is not the most exciting thing to watch. Um, I mean, if I switch over to the chenille yarn, I feel like I have to think a little bit more, and um, I'm like, do I want to plan out and try? Because I was like, I could tape, um, I could tape uh, paper towels together, and um, and then I was like, oh, I could even like if I wanted to like just like rip up the 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 paper like once I was done stitching. Once if I got like the right uh, wording and like spacing that I wanted. Um, but I don't know. I just keep on like I'm like, nah, I'll just wait till tomorrow. And I need to get it done, you know, in the next week. So but yeah, I got some more embroidery floss so that I could make the keychain, because it's really cute. I've made granny square earrings with like Halloween colors with embroidery floss. Um, so I'll probably take, well, now that I have smaller hooks, I think I can go down to like 2 millimeters, and that's probably the smallest I can go down to with the hook size. As a person for the yarn weight and the hook size, I was like, hey, if you are cool, can you tell me what you're using? And they're like, go forth, my son. And I was like, you did not give me the information I needed, which is reminiscent of childhood. So I but anyways, so I don't know what they were using. I'll send you the picture. Which it's not a secret. They let me send that to. Did you delete a message or is it just unavailable? Sometimes like it doesn't show up on my Instagram. It shows up on my like business thing. If it's smelling my hair. Oh, I saw a rubber band sitting and now he's gone. Okay. Look how freaking cute this is. Also, the second picture is pretty cool too. So the first picture is a picture of the Granny Square keychain, which the yarn doesn't look like mercerized 10 weight cotton to me. So it's possible that it could be like a Kobe 8-4. Because they have a good selection of colors. And then I don't know what it is. Also, I was watching a video at the bottom of it, so you can see that there's a video at the bottom of that picture that I just sent. But the second picture, so someone you can see the what someone had written and made for like their sister, which is pretty cool. And I was suggesting some ideas because I thought that was very sweet. And she looks so happy. Crochet really brings people together. I think non-crocheters, non-crafters don't realize that, but like this is such a kind of a community experience sometimes. And I know I talk about this a lot, but it really is something that always continues to surprise me. It's just like how much of a community is built off of is built within how many communities are built within the crochet community itself. Oh yeah, also, so Jessica SMC just surpassed 500 followers. So and like right after her birthday. So yeah, if you want to go congratulate her, it's well within order. It's a big deal getting past that mark. It's small and cute. Yeah, what's your official diagnosis? Because for the yarn, because to me, it has more shine than embroidery thread, but it has less shine than mercerized cotton, and it doesn't look like mercerized cotton. But it's very small, very cute. I gotta use a really tiny ass hook. Luckily, I have that hook handle. Otherwise, my hand would be over. And the music has stopped. People are just hitting my phone. I'm so popular. Oh, wait, Jessica is online as of 30 minutes ago. Fingering weight, it looks acrylic. Yeah, to me, but like, I'm like, it's so that many rows. I'm like, what place has acrylic that's like, it's, I would say to me, it looks like lace weight, but I'll show you all the pictures. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we didn't double up any rows. So, and you can see how small the chains are. I mean, and in a palm as well. Like I have, not nearby, I have those same clasps for my projects, and like they're this big. Like that that whole like one side of that has got to be like max 3 inches. So it's so small. Um, it does look like it has like the fuzz of acrylic. That's a good call. Um, but like, what acrylic would you find? It's that small. I feel like it would look good in the Hobie yarn. Hobie for Shobie. I don't know what just came out of my mouth, but I do apologize. Ooh, I watched Monsters Inc. the other day. This yarn would be perfect for Sully. I feel like it would be really fun to make a Sully doll, a little Mike doll. We could be friends. I feel like I always come up with ideas that I'm like, oh yes, so good, and then I forget about them so quickly. Yeah, I have the embroidery floss, so I can try to see if that will work. The embroidery floss tend to be cotton as well, right? I think the one that I got is 100% cotton. It just has such a nice shine to it, nice sheen. When you look at it though, it really could, with the fuzz, could be acrylic, but I just don't know what acrylic would be. That's fucking small. It's tiny ass shit. Like that is in someone's palm, and like one of the sides is like 3, I don't even remember hobby or hobby yarns. And then I rhymed something with it that was undoubtedly stupid, so I don't really remember. And then I was talking about Monsters Inc. and how this would be a good color for Sully. Brush it out, get it nice and pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna pull through here. Pull this out just a little bit, and then move on to the other cup. Hobby what? You know, it sounds okay. I wonder if they do have any yarn that's acrylic that's I'm just gonna like look up like lace weight acrylic. I feel like there's so much of a chance of it stretching at that thinness, right? Because unless it's like chain spun or something. So so the rainbow lace yarn is 100% mercerized cotton. So why did you come up? Oh wait, because I didn't write acrylic. I'm a dumbass. I'll use Forever Lace. Thank you, Rudy. Hug that yarn. I mean, there is some like cotton acrylic blends, I feel, or like acrylic something else blends. But I feel like getting all the colors is, and to get them like that bright and like that right, I feel like that is, that's where I would go to Hobie for, but I feel like you can't. Okay, so the Rainbow 8-4 from Hobie is $220 and is wait. Then let's see, what are they? They've got a lot more larger yarns than I feel like I remember. What's the name of that? Embroidery floss comes in bundle packs. Yeah, I bought a bundle pack the first time that I wanted to make something, like I wanted to make rainbow patches, and it looked like a purple was in there, but it was actually a brown, so I didn't have all the colors of the rainbow. So I just bought another value pack because I've tried to order just one little thing of embroidery floss from Walmart before, and they didn't even try to like get close to it. They were just like, fuck it. Even though I was like, a substitute for something close, they were just, let's see. What is my brain trying to do? So yeah, I can at least do it in embroidery. Embroidery floss. Oh, so what is it? It's called like Goucher or something. That the other crystal was talking about, and they had a bunch of options of different types of yarn. So I wonder, and they're very similar pricing. I think so. Okay, so this is not wanting to. So here's a bamboo cotton blend. I feel like there's still cashmere blend, cotton and pearls, and that looks like a thread. That scares the shit out of me thinking about crocheting with thread. I don't know. It's because I'm so used to like bigger things, but I'm like, Queen's cotton is not that big. Alyssa has sequins in it, so that wouldn't be good for that. There's velvet, scrubby yarn, cotton, safety eyes. They have some cute safety eyes in there. I don't know if they're what you're the kind of stuff you look into, Crystal, but I did post a link, and I think in the in Army of Weirdos. Okay, so let's see, yarn. I want to be able to like pick, and I just don't really know how big some of this yarn is. I feel like doing something that small and having a bamboo cotton mix is gonna split like a but let's see. So that is 210 yards, 70% bamboo, 30% cotton, number 2 fine fingering baby sport. Lots of colors available. Then there's the Corinne yarn, which is cashmere, silk, and acrylic yarn. That is a DK weight. This is where I'm looking right now. The cotton pearls, I mean, it's going to be thin, but then there's going to be pearls on it, which, you know, is not what I want. But it's cool yarn for sure. The metallic yarn mod. Tell me more. This yarn really looks like Picasso, the mod yarn. Is it tube? It says it's just chain spun. And it's a DK weight. And does it have any multis? I'm just like looking all the other. Can't stay on track. 100% acrylic yarn, the Aiden. There's some pretty rainbow multi-type stuff in there. Okay, so this is a DK. Wow, that looks like a nice Halloween-y looking yarn. That's pretty. $260 for 50 grams of acrylic, 3-weight acrylic. If I ever start talking about doing faux leather yarn, just come over here and kick me in the face. Some undyed 100% wool yarn. Fun. The Skin Tone collection. So they have 8 colors, 100% acrylic for $20.50. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything thin enough. I was hoping that there would be something comparable to Hobie on that website, but nothing that thin. So there's the Friends yarn, and let's see, there's the Friends, and then there's the, what's the other 8/4 cotton that they have? The Rainbow. I've never understood why they had the different ones. Because like they sell out of one, you just go to the other one. And I don't think I could kick you in the face. I'm pretty short, so you know, we can make it happen if we wanted. Okay, so there's the Rainbow Deluxe, which is Turkish cotton, and 30 cents more per skein. Then there's the Friends. Then there's the Friends mercerized. And then there's the 8/4 print. Just the I feel I have like multiple ones of like the 10 skein like kits at wherever they put my yarn. So I feel like buying that yarn. Every time I look at that, I'm like, oh shit, I have that yarn. It's just in an unknown location in North Carolina. Do you want to just meet me in North Carolina when I'm in the state, and we can just go around and try to find my yarn? It'd be nice to not have to buy more yarn, even though, you know, gas is probably more expensive. I'd be like, Dad, I have a thing that I gotta do. Let me take your car. and then I don't refill it. I'm just kidding. I'll probably refill it. Although he drives a truck that's a diesel truck, and I don't really know how to refill it. Not that putting diesel in a truck is hard, but there's this other stuff that you have to put in it, and I don't really know what that is because he didn't really explain it to me. But there's this other stuff that goes in it that I don't know how frequently you've got to fill that up, and stuff like that. So. Cross-country yarn trip? Yes. We just need to find a way to procure some money and some space in my apartment for said yarn. Or we could crochet and like stop at like different fairs on the way, like different craft fairs on the way, and sell our wares. And then that just gets us to the next place. Oh my gosh, this is sounding better and better. I don't think someone's gonna watch Scotty that long. Scotty's too scared to travel. So I'll have to figure out something for him. My friend who's pet sitting is gonna come meet Scotty, and they were like, he was very insistent, or not very insistent. He was just like, "Oh, I should meet Scotty before I come over," and I'm like, you realize if you come over, like, you're not meeting Scotty, right? Like, I'm not being like an asshole. Like, Scotty's not gonna come out if you're here. Like the whole time you are in this apartment, he will not be out from underneath the covers or underneath the bed, so you will not see him the entire time you're here. But he wants to try, so I'm like, okay. Cross country yarn trip. That'd be so fun. We get into so much trouble. I mean, what? No. No, that's not true. I just kind of like had a moment where I like looked around and I was like, I have so much hot sauce that I just like have in my room all the time. I'll put it back for like a night and then I'll just have it here. I really like hot sauce. I really like spicy things. So that's what you can expect if you come into my domain. If you didn't give me a heads up, she swears she has one. I've never seen it. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely like put your hand on the lump in the uh, under the blanket, and you will feel that there is a creature under there. But and he won't like try to like bite you or anything. If you lift up the blanket, he might hiss if he's never seen you before, but he never like attacks or scratches or anything like that. He just kind of backs away further um, until he's like in the corner because his living situation before was just not ideal. Poor thing. Okay, spreading out the spine, leaning. I'm trying to decide if I want to make the straps longer because I already make them a little long. Well, like probably about 5 inches extra long from what would be totally reasonable. Um, so with this top being bigger, I'm like, does it need straps around the neck that are that much bigger? I don't think so. I think it should be fine, but not sure. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, I feel like that's not gonna be too much of an issue. And I also like I have it set up where you can tie it in like a bow behind it. So if it's just like you're tying like the minimum, then then that's as long as it holds. If it holds, it holds. Such this yarn has the most consistent yarn barf I've seen probably across any line, other than Lion Brand Pound of Love. Speaking of, I need to get back to my Alzheimer's blanket soon, but um, once I have my pillow and these done, I think that that'll never successfully worn a top like that. What does successfully mean? Like worn it out or had it fit or I don't know what the obvious reason is, but um, what I said earlier, like when because I am on the web, I am on the Etsy listing, and I don't like that at all. But I like that this one has the fringe above the in front of the belly because like that's a hard spot for anybody except the people who often make these tops apparently. I even think like doing fringe around like the whole back could be cool. Um, I might like give like an option to do that so that it kind of covers the back as well because sometimes the back don't look too great either. Yeah, there's a lot of really gorgeous tops, and I'm just like, I yeah. I mean, I like that there are a lot of creators that do make ones for people with larger chests. But like, I just yeah, if I if I did wear that type of clothing, which I don't because of because of obvious reasons. Like I definitely want to have my stomach hanging out. Like, no, hard pass. I don't know why then, because I have a larger chest. That's the only reason. Yeah, see, that's why when I made this, I liked it. I like that it had this goes from size small, like the pattern. You can make it from size small to like 5x, and then I also like purposely changed everything else about the top so that it would be like supportive, like secure, all of these things, so that you make sure that like your top is not coming off, because um, that is something that you got to think about when when you're wearing one of these suckers. They do really, yeah. I've seen so many gorgeous tops. Then I'm like, if I had worn something like that, I don't like pre-transition. I never would have had the confidence to do something like that. Um, but I also just like hated having larger chest, and there's a reason why. Surprise! Are you doing the same colors? Yes, this person did request the same rainbow colors as the other person. Just the number of rows in each color is slightly different. It's really not that different. One is like I think I did kind of like between a 1x and a 2x in that one, and then this one is a 3x. Yeah. Which like you're like, okay, like how do I determine what that that freaking means? um if I like, because people will give you like literally. I was looking at what I had in the personalization um on my Etsy, and it was like, give me your actual measurements, and then someone gave me their bra size, and like literally everything that I didn't ask for. Then someone else gave me um like, yeah, it was a lot of stuff that I just didn't ask for, and I was like, people can't read. But honestly, I know sometimes I'm the person that can't read. So, and Zach is doing a pop up live. That sounded really sarcastic, didn't it? I didn't mean for it to, I promise. Yeah, Zach's doing a pop up live. Do you want to go scoot on over to Zach's and say hello? Hello. Um, that sounds good to me. We've been here an hour and a half. see. Um, let's see. Okay, so you ask and you shall receive. Oh, it popped up. Someone made several different like male thongs, and that was just right in my face as I opened up my Facebook. I was like, oh, whoa. Okay, hello. Granted, it's all on like a mannequin, but okay, so it looks like we might stay here a little while. Crystal's gonna come up, perhaps. I mean, what? Maybe? We'll see. Okay, so we have the turquoise on both sides, and yeah. I always feel like I do the wrong side when I pull up a side like that, and I'm like, oh gosh. Okay, and stuff. Not the end, but a lot of this barf just back inside the beast's mouth. Doesn't it look like it fits there? Sorry about my shaky little table. headphones so that I can hear when the doorbell's ringing. Neck crackies. So I know this is just going round and around, basically, or like back and forth, and building up that cup shape. These colors are so pretty. Love rainbow colors. And I especially love the addition of the turquoise and the pink. I think it looks so nice. So this is Bret Hart's Super Saver. This is one of the only non um, loops and threads impeccable yarns that I use the whole time. So while it does definitely has a different texture and is a little bit rougher on the fingers compared to the impeccable, it doesn't split nearly as much. So I'm thankful for that because I feel like just the splitting of the yarn that the impeccable does, it's so dumb. It's ridiculous. I can't believe they charge more for this yarn than a yarn that is softer and has, you know, I believe a wider variety of colors. These just happen to be the one that needed at that time, but so I'm gonna try to do a makeup look tomorrow, depending on how much time I have from when I wake up to when I'm going live. So I'm going live 4 p.m. Uh, Pacific, so that's 7 Eastern, and so that I can do it a little bit earlier during the weekend, but hopefully have like a little bit of time and kind of just feel out that time and see how that works. Okay, and that's the end of the second row of the green. I love at this stage how it just kind of looks like a peacock feather or something. But yeah, after this is where we kind of get out of the peacock zone, going into the yellow yarn. My sleep was so bad last night, I turned on one of my sleep movies. I watched that movie, or I had that movie on just like in the background because I knew the noise and could zone out. I got through that whole movie, its sequel, and then I had that movie on again throughout the whole night. So that was super fun. Oh, looks like we have someone in the basement. Who could that be?
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just talking about how excited I am for sleep.
Oh, for real? Damn. And I'm over here coming up and you're like, I'm going to sleep.
No, I'm not tired at all.
Okay. I was like,
No, but I didn't sleep at all last night.
oh, like 0?
0.
So this is you awake from the first time you woke. Well,
Yeah,
what
I
am I
mean,
trying to say?
yeah, it's more than 24 hours at this point.
That was what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
mean, granted, I woke up pretty late um, yesterday, but I think I woke up. I just kept on snoozing my alarm until it was like 2 p.m. Like I had things that I probably could have been doing that would have been contributing to anything, but no. So I
Is
just
it like a place situational thing? Like you're not comfortable or your body's like, you know what I mean? Like
I'm just not getting
doing all that.
tired anymore, which I find quite frustrating because I really like to get tired so that I could sleep like a human,
Yeah.
not like a
Well, I
vampire.
mean, you need to, right? Obviously, but
Yeah, I mean, do
sometimes
I?
you
Am
can't.
I a vampire?
Sometimes you can't sleep. I'm
Yeah,
not a vampire.
I think this is the second time in 2 weeks that well, one time I stayed up almost all night and I think I fell asleep at 6 a.m. Which that's not good. And then this time I didn't fall asleep at all.
Yeah,
So not great.
no, but it happens. That's when I drink coffee, that's what happens to me. I'm like, well, I guess I'm never sleeping again. Guess this is the last time sleep's happening. I did drink coffee this morning though. But but
Just to prove a point.
no, but I do feel like tired. Like I could sleep. I
Mhm.
I dabble. I could do that. I'm just rubbing the lotion on my skin. It's like not go in, absorb.
What I've started to do with like my primers and stuff is I've like started to fan them with my little fan, and I don't like it. Just if like I think they absorb little faster, but it mostly feels just like fancy.
Wait.
Do you know what little fan I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, so I have my big clacky fan that's like super gay, but then I have this little one from Temu, which came with a stand, which I really appreciate. So I can go hands free when I'm like editing my videos. I can like have it on my desk and like just like have it.
Oh yeah. You could use it to dry your makeup too, right?
So I'm like
Setting spray.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're like, you don't watch. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that was. I mean, that's accurate. But I also do it with my primer,
right,
which I haven't always done. Like even just like fanning it to make it dry faster or letting it sink in. I haven't always done, but
it's fancy.
it looks better now. But it's fancy. But I got it off of Temu, and it also has like a little ring right here if I wanted to make like a lanyard for it. But it's so small and dainty. I feel like that stuff is gonna break.
It's good for what it is, though. Like
Yeah, does the trick. And when I went to my meeting like a couple weeks ago and it was crazy hot, I just like passed it around. Just like passed around the the fan because it was way too hot outside.
That's nice. It's a community fan now.
If only for a few brief moments. What are you working on?
I don't know. I'm just making another cat.
Freestyling. Something you've already done.
I'm just making a cat. Not the first. Wait, what'd you say?
I said freestyling. Something you've already done.
Nah, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I know. I know.
But it does. But it doesn't. I don't know.
Who cares? You get to make up the rules of it.
I mean, I guess we get to make the rules. I think that's what you said. You said it fast. I was like, what?
Yeah, I just said you get to make the rules of it. Yeah. So you heard me.
Okay.
Heard me.
I'm like trying to remember the pattern and everything. I have it written down, but I got a text message.
Yeah, so I wonder what's going on with if I do the pattern and sell the mosaic pattern for the pillow, like we were talking about. Like, I think it should be fine. Like other people.
I think it should be fine because it's a phrase, but it's not the full phrase, and it's not like not a copywritten quote.
I mean, how many words does it need to be like a complete phrase of what someone has said? Like, has that string of words like never? It needs to never have been said in the history of all mankind, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's a good question.
I mean, granted, those two probably no one had said them before that.
No, yeah. I highly doubt that. Those are new sentences.
She was wildin'.
Never before seen.
Yeah, and all the cut scenes and like stuff like that. I just like, oh my gosh, those movies could have been so different than they were. It just like at so many different turns. If that's a good thing or bad thing, depends on what got cut. Yeah, when they're like, oh, we don't like the We don't like the old age makeup, and then you have that freaky like Renaissance baby.
Oh my gosh. I haven't even gotten there, but I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So disturbing.
Yeah. I'm like, kill that thing.
Oh no.
She's the most fucked up part of all the movies combined.
Is there weird vampire baby?
Yeah, like how they like
But
see.
she's normal, right? I don't remember.
No, they like CGI her. Oh my gosh, do you seriously not know
I don't
how she
remember. It's
looks?
been so many years, so
Horrifying.
I know Bella looks like she just like was dying while she was pregnant. Like it was really bad.
Yeah,
But I
yeah, it's a
haven't.
combination of like makeup and CGI.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't know, but it's been a while. It's been. I think I blocked those movies out of my brain.
Yeah, for good
They're
reason.
so bad, like in a good way, but also like, ugh.
I don't know. At the end, it just got real bad.
Yeah, I think that's what made them fun to watch. I guess. I don't know.
Hmm. I wish the fight at the end had been real, though. That's just like something I'll never get over. Like, just you know, change things up a little bit. Granted, some people that we didn't want to die died, but like also just make it more interesting. Come on, to be like, and this is what could happen if you don't change your path. It's like what?
The path of vampirism.
Um, he was. Well, I mean, you said you're gonna watch it and you haven't watched it, so I'm just gonna let you.
Yeah, I'll. I've seen it.
Well, like it's the path of like, so he basically wants to destroy the Cullens because, um, and like anyone who sides with them, because basically anyone who steps up to the Volturi, he wants to squash them and like make a scene out of it, so that no one will come for them, like ever again, because they'll be like, see what happened last time. Um, so basically, he was like just looking for a reason to fight, and and then he eventually got to see everything play out. Where if he did choose to fight, then that was what's going to happen. He was going to get his head fucking ripped off.
That's a whole mess.
Yeah.
So you're simultaneously doing each cup, like finish one round row and do the other one, or
Yeah, so I'm finishing the like one color. So I'll do like I finished the green on this side, 3 rows of the green on this side.
that's
So
really nice.
going to the green on this side. Yeah, it'd be like perfect like peacock colors.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I feel like you could even like do like a circle, like it'd actually be like a peacock, although that would be hidden for a lot of people who are these sizes. Um and anywho, but um yeah, so I'm just like switching back and forth. So I remember the number of rows, because the other one, like I, was kind of modifying it a little bit here and there. And then also, so I'd check that, and then I'd also uh, feel like I had more progress. Sorry about, I don't know how I fucking hooked up my WhatsApp to my computer, but every time anybody sends a message on WhatsApp, it's like ding, and I'm just like, can you just chill the fuck out? Like, you don't be like that.
so quiet.
So quiet. Yeah, I was like, this is so draining.
Sorry.
Well, why are you? Don't apologize.
I'm just very quiet. It's late. I get like really quiet when it's like later, and I'm just like,
That's okay. I was being quiet up here by myself, which is even less entertaining. At least you can see both of us. I was
we
like
were doing
looking at some
fine.
of my old videos, like my old like lives and stuff, and
Mhm.
like my face has changed so much through like testosterone, but also like just like oh my gosh, like the humidity of North Carolina, like I can like see it in my hair so much
Me,
how
mine.
bad it was. Humidity is evil.
Yeah, it gives me big hair too. So
And I already have big hair, so it's like they don't like I like I don't know how I did not have like some kind of product in every day. Like I guess because didn't do that before, I wasn't used to it. But like I look like I fucking get electrocuted every day.
that's
For
how I look. Thanks. No, just kidding.
yeah, with your defined curls.
My hair is very fluffy though.
Yeah, I mean, like we can do a little comparison contest right here. I haven't. I the only time I went outside was to grab my groceries, and then I came back inside. So I probably walked a total of 40 feet outside today. You can see your curls. I like that you have. I like when people do bangs and curls because a lot of people are like, I can't do that, and I feel like yours look so cute. I like yours.
No. Swoop it out. Swoop it out. Swoop it out. No. Yeah. I want
Yeah.
to get my hair restyled or something.
I'm trying
But
to decide if I want to like ask around, which I like a lot of the people who wanted to hang out with me from where I was living before have been pretty flaky, which they're doing their own thing. They're in recovery, I understand, but they've been pretty flaky, and so it's like I have my own clippers here, and I've been cutting my hair for like a good long while because I just cut it the same length, like around. But I want to like clean up the edges, and that's like doing it the back of your head is not something that I can do well. And but I also like hate going to the barber. Um, so I'm not really sure what I want to do, and I definitely won't have time to go get my hair done um, before the wedding because I'm getting there literally when it starts, if not after.
mm-hmm.
So
You have a week, right? Or no? Yes.
no,
No.
no. So my flight lands at 5:15.
No, I
No,
mean from now till then.
yeah, yeah. I leave like early Friday morning.
Safe travels.
Thank you. But yeah, if I could just get someone to like take the just like clean up my hairline, like I would be fine. But all these people keep falling through, and I'm like, oh, jeez. Like I know that making plans and all that stuff is difficult, and sticking to them is difficult. So I'm not one to judge. I just like it's inconvenient for me at this moment. So I just wish it was different.
I get it.
No judgment. Just like I wish someone would just cut my hair.
Mm-hmm.
What color is the cat that you're making now?
It's like a rust color.
Ooh, I like that.
Although it's like a heathered rust. It's kind of hard to see.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's not picking up the right. It's a just yarn in the color rust.
And it's heathered.
Yeah, it looks kind of like copper.
I haven't seen any of their heathered yarn, but that's pretty cool. Oh, that's so cute.
Compared the colors side by side,
Butt to butt.
butt to butt.
That's how I compare people. Everybody get butt to butt. Okay, so I was on no, I was texting my ex because she's picking me up from the airport that night, and I was texting her, and I was standing in front of the gate on like the outside of like the parking lot to my apartment complex house thing, and I but this guy was like, hey, like, excuse me, but like just because I was standing right in front of the gate and he needed to open it so he could get out, like reasonable, not scary stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm such a jumpy person. I'm so jumpy that I jumped like a mile out of my skin, and I was like, oh my god, I almost like shit myself. I didn't actually, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so like it took me like 10 minutes to be like,
Breathe, breathe.
I feel like I'm like the jumpiest person I've ever met, but maybe it's all about perception. But I am really jumpy.
Sometimes you forget people just walk up and it's like, wow, that was quiet.
Yeah,
Sometimes people walk quietly.
yeah. Also, they might be very not quiet, and I just don't pay attention because I might have,
Yeah,
ADHD.
yeah, you're in your head too.
Mm,
I don't
well,
know.
yeah, who knows? Yeah, I mean,
Ooh.
if I'm hyper focused on something, like literally anything could be happening around me, and I would not know. So tonight, I'm gonna make myself some sleepy time tea, which
Trimolia.
I don't usually drink. It's the one with the bear and the pajamas. I didn't order it, so I ordered a different tea from Walmart, and they got me that one instead. And
They're
I was like,
like, you don't need this one. Here's
I
this
was
one. Like,
yeah, and
okay.
they gave it to me like a month ago, and so like I was like, I didn't get the tea I ordered, so they gave me a refund, and I had this extra tea, which I haven't drank any of because I don't you know usually need any assistance with what I'm working with, but now I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna try to like drink some tea and like go to bed at like a reasonable hour, but then like also try to time it so that my sleep meds hit as soon as I like am ready to like actually fall asleep,
Right.
and then maybe set an alarm to tell me that it's time to go to sleep, because I like what I used used to do. I would take my medicine, and then uh, I would like read on my phone until I got too tired, and then I fall asleep. But now I'm reading and I'm not getting tired, and so I like look at the clock and it's like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and I'm like, wait, what? Like, nope, this I what? um, so the time blindness is real. Um, so trying to avoid that, but even if it's like I gotta be in like a relatively dark room. I've tried to have it completely dark, but Scotty can't find his way around. I'm like, dude.
I thought cats could see in the dark.
So cats can see in very low light, but they can't see in the complete dark. Which I didn't know until I was in like high school.
I didn't know that. I just found that out.
Um,
Today years old.
Today years old. It's okay. I didn't find it out until much later in my life, and it was like literally, I found it out by someone arguing, by my friend arguing that cats could not see in the dark with someone who was adamant that they could see. Oh wait, they could see in the dark, and so I'm thinking my friend's an idiot. Turns out he was right. I didn't open my mouth because I know when to shut the fuck up.
I don't. I don't.
But also, this person who was arguing, I was just like, "This is a stupid ass argument." It was in like a, like a, not ecology class, but like some science, like earth type science, animal type science. Um, Maybe it was ecology. I skipped that class a lot, a lot. I skipped it so much, and I got in trouble a lot for skipping. But anywho, don't do that. If you're in school, don't skip classes. I don't recommend it because it is much more of a pain to have to catch up, and then you're in trouble at the same time. It ain't worth it.
You're like, don't be like me. What I did is
Yeah, seriously. Like I said, I think it was yesterday, I always said in my town there was only two things to do: go to Walmart and get into trouble. And I, I did both of those things. It's kind of crazy reading the population statistics because I was like, oh, I knew it had grown, but like doubled.
100,000. You said no.
So it went from, I think I think it had gone from like 24,000 in 2010, or no, in 2015, to like double that. So like 48,000 in 2025 or like 2024.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I had a apartment there. I had my 1 bedroom apartment there that I pay almost the exact same amount here and there. And granted, I have the shared kitchen space, so that's not counted in my square footage. But, you know, I don't like in some places they have it where like you have your kitchen, like you have a kitchenette in your apartment, so that's included in your square footage. I did look at a studio in this apartment building that had that, and I was like, I can reach like from the edge of the bed, I could reach across the microwave and touch the stovetop, and I was like, nope. I don't like this. And also, I didn't want my sheets and everything smelling like food and stuff. But so okay, so that's not included. But my apartment that includes a bathroom, which I have heard that I'm very fortunate to have a bathroom included, which is a good sized bathroom, good sized closet. But all of the square footage I have in my apartment is like 100 square feet. Which is when I talk about not having room for yarn, I'm very serious about it.
Unless you go vertical space, like
Yeah, but so also, so I do want to go vertical space, but then I also have to be considerate. Like, like LA hasn't like the entire time I've been here, the only time I felt a earthquake has been
Oh
one.
yeah.
And so if I had like a sturdy bookshelf that I could mount to the wall, be a different story. But I can't mount anything to the wall. Um, so there's
Makes
also that
sense.
difficulty. But apparently there are like several earthquakes of like smaller degrees like every day. And I just, depends on where you are and if you feel it. But like my roommate and I were like in our bedroom when one hit, and like you could feel it, and you could also like hear things shaking on like shelves. And that one was like a 5.8, and that was like 100 miles away from us.
Oh wow. Is it scary, or are you just like used to it now?
I'm
Or
not. I mean, I've only had that one that I've experienced, so I'm definitely not used to
are
it.
you used to it? Are you no? One and done. I'm good.
One and done. I mean, the thing is, like, everyone around like me talks like, like, okay, like if this happens, like this is what we'll do. Like, oh yeah, you'll just get under a door frame, and like they make it seem very like, oh yeah, like obviously,
Casual.
yeah. And I'm like,
It's
this,
whatever.
this isn't this isn't normal.
This isn't normal.
um, and then I but also a lot of times, like especially when I was taking the bus a lot, I was like, there could have been like a million earthquakes while I was on the like metro like bus system, and I would have had no idea because the bus ride was, like it was anyways, unless the like road like cracked or something, I wouldn't have known.
Does the road? Well, I don't know.
I
Can't
mean,
really
it's
ask.
it's got to be really bad for it to crack. So they changed like, so I found out, so well, at least in like building buildings, but I'm sure like building anything, they have changed like building codes for everything basically, so that it um is designed to withstand like a certain level of earthquake or something, so that like if you build like when you're building, you actually build it on these like plates that slide like this if the earthquake happens, so the ground is will shake and your house will shake, but it's not going to like pull your whole house. And I guess I don't fucking know, they just said that, like, I've just heard from many people that depending on when your house was built, that changes how it was built. So I'm definitely not used to it, and but I get texts from, especially when I first moved to California, people were like, "Are you okay? How was the earthquake?" And I'm like, "What earthquake?" I didn't feel anything.
Anytime there's an earthquake in California, no matter where, you get a text.
It usually they were worse ones, but also it was it was either like a more severe one, or it was one that was close to me. And those were the two things that people would text for, and I was like, I didn't notice. But also like the ground is like the sidewalks are like all like kind of like plates that are like tilted up and stuff. So I like trip a lot. So like I'd be tripping during an earthquake or something like that, and like I think that I just tripped. um,
I would
like
just trip for no reason. So,
I'm tripping
mm-hmm.
up in here. Don't you
Tripping.
hate? Are you a clumsy walker?
I'm a clumsy person in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. So like, did you hate when like you trip in front of people and you're just like, please just don't have seen that. Just
Mm-hmm.
when I first got to LA, I it was like one of the last. It was the last big parade that they did for the Dodgers winning the World Series or whatever. I guess people here care about sports, and and so a lot of the bus system was shut down around us because we were, and I still am like really close to Dodger Stadium, and so like got all fucked up on the bus system. Was with someone who like truly was like a high risk person, anyways, because they were not in a position to be like going out, and like I was not gonna be a babysitter, because like, and they didn't want us to be. They're like, if someone starts using or doing something, like get the fuck out of there. They're like, don't don't try to change their mind. They're like, get the fuck out. um and not that I had a history of it, but yeah. And so at one point we're trying to like walk back to a place where like we have heard that a spot got moved to, and this is when I got one of the cracks in this is when I got a crack in my phone. I ripped my jeans, I fucked up my shoe, and I was trying to like Google Maps like in like live view us to the right place because I'm still learning the bus system,
Mm-hmm.
and I like eat shit like hard,
Mm.
and just like my phone goes like easily like 12 feet across the sidewalk, and like there's these people like driving like kind of the opposite direction that we're walking in, and they're like, I hear damn like from everywhere in the car.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah. And like the girl I was with was like, shit. I was like, yeah, I don't, it's like I
When
don't
people are
I
like,
don't
walk
settle
much, and
people.
it's like, thanks.
No,
Uh,
it's just my life.
hmm?
So I try to be a little bit more mindful of, because
I
it's
would
like
say
not
something
only
weird like
not only did like the earthquakes change the ground, I guess, but also like uh the if the roots grow under it like everywhere,
that.
like
Hmm.
it's growing under pavement, it's gonna change.
Yeah, make it uneven. There's some uneven walkways in Chicago, and we don't have any earthquakes like that. So, ooh, yarn baby.
Like seriously, every ball of impeccable that I have had is there's been a yarn baby, at least one. We're having, twins, triplets, quads, all of them. Every
Oh,
every every single one of the variations. It's like they're related to you.
twins. What? I was yelling.
Oh, I didn't hear. I was just saying it's
I
like they're
muted.
related to you because there's multiples.
Yep. I was super fertile back in the times of. I don't know what I'm saying. Never
Are you
mind.
also a twin, or don't you have other twins in your family?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought.
I
Oh,
have a sister with the same birthday as me, but that doesn't make me a twin.
oh, your birthday twins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. We're 6 years apart or something. It's very gross, and I don't know.
Your parents just like lifted
Nope.
up and they're like, it's time.
Yeah, right. Ew.
Well, I mean, honestly, like, I mean, I told you, I think that my older sister and I were gonna have the same birthday. I just came a little early, so
Ew.
It's the same thing. Honestly, least gross thing I know about my parents' relationships. I'm like, okay, if that's as bad as it gets, I'll take it. To the yellow.
Hmm?
I'm onto the yellow. Hmm?
I'm sorry. I'm
How dare you make a
looking at
noise?
the pattern.
I was working so hard at making the changes to the pattern. What was it, yesterday? Because it just was. It's so different than what I had originally like the stitches luckily were right, but like the placement of like how it appeared
You
was
said you
so
shifted
wrong.
or something.
Yeah, it shifted and changed like how everything looked.
One, two, three, four, five. Increase 7.
I might actually drop down to doing. I was planning on doing two break two break days a week, but I don't know because like if I don't end up getting out and like seeing people, which has been really hard, then like I just don't get any socialization at all, like all day, and it just like feels like I'm isolating way more than I am trying to. So at least virtually, I feel like you
I'm
know
not.
because
I'm
I
not.
am communicating.
I'm not a good one to talk about this with because I could care less if I isolate myself. To be honest, it's my favorite thing to do.
I mean, I didn't mind it so much until like I like basically uh like lost my shit and hit what we call a bottom.
No, it's good to do it if you know you need to do it and you know yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to like but also it's different going from having someone around you all the time to not having anyone around you ever. Um,
Well,
you know,
it's true. I have people around me like at all times, but
we'll try not to brag about it so much next time, okay?
huh? I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I
Joke.
didn't know what I was saying.
Okay. Uh,
5. I should be keeping track with like tally marks or something instead of thinking I could remember where I'm at in the pattern.
wow.
Listen, listen, okay? No,
I was listening. That's how I heard that.
it's embarrassing.
It's probably. I'm assuming it's your chair.
Yeah, it's my
So.
chair. No, I'm just up here, on your live, just
Honestly, there are people who, if that happened, would not be surprised. Like repeatedly on purpose ish. So, you know, do what you got
lovely.
to do.
No. Your back hurting?
Yeah. Always.
Really?
Not really. I mean, I move around enough that it's not that bad. And then I did like a video today in the chair over there, and it's so much more comfortable in that chair that I don't really get back pain unless I do like an 8 hour type thing, which I like. All the makeup I've done, I think the longest one has been like 3 or 4 hours, and I don't think I edited it in the same day because that can be a lot. Um, but um, yeah. But today I did like a little bit over an hour of filming in the like where I do my makeup, and then I edited it, which it didn't need much editing, so it just needed kind of like the beginning and the end clipped, and some like repositioning of the video. I hate editing. Like I like my cuts are so rough.
There's nothing wrong with a rough cut.
Yeah, I mean, if people want want more, they can show up, and maybe I'll give that a little bit more effort. But until then, you know, I'll do what I want to do. And then let's see. Let's see. What was I was gonna say something I don't remember, which is very uncommon for
Back
me.
pain, chair, editing, makeup.
I really want to do a makeup look tomorrow. I'm hoping I have time. Part of the reason I've been doing the wear test is because they take less time, and I've had some makeup that I want to try to see if it actually works on me. And I don't really, that's what I've been wanting. And I feel like I've been trying to figure out kind of like what I want to do with the channel, and I talked a little bit about like what I like my makeup dreams were, and how I feel like it's not very realistic. So, you know, either sink my life savings into it or just do something do something different, which is fine. But sometimes I get so like eye on the prize that I don't even think straight. Scotty, Scottrick, you wanna come out? You come out, little baby? Oh, there's a pretty baby. Hey, I know I'm kind of in your way. Sorry, that's all my dude.
Oh,
Hey, Scotty, come here. I can't reach over that far.
anytime he comes out, it's like, yay,
Mm-hmm.
like a
Scotty. He's so cute. I can't stand it. Actually, I can, but I also can't at the same time. I've always thought that those are like among the cutest like breeds, and then he's just got like a good temperament. He's just not a total asshole, which is nice. I wish I wasn't so scared, but he's definitely like let this tiny space become his own, like at certain hours. I found out something last night while I was perusing the internet and not sleeping because I wasn't sleeping. But apparently, cats will like meow at you or like you know like bat at you like more or whatever like at nighttime sometimes, and it's because it's not just it's not to like annoy you. It's actually because they like love you, and
Oh,
which was really cute because he had just like been like meowing at me like a lot, and he's like not he's becoming like more vocal, especially at night, and but not in like a crazy way, just in like he doesn't usually meow that much, and he was meowing quite a bit last night at me directly. And apparently it's like putting you to bed is like part of their like nightly routine, and like they know that you have to go to sleep, so they're like putting you to bed and they're saying like, hey idiot, like you need to go to bed. I'm like, oh, he does care.
that's really adorable and nice to hear because he's like getting comfortable with you
Mm-hmm.
after being scared probably his whole life.
Yeah,
So,
so sad.
meow, 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 meow,
Meow,
meow,
meow,
meow. I don't know why that reminds me of that Batman Catman meme. Have you ever seen it?
meow. I don't think so.
It's like a black cat and its owner, and then there's a meow track, and it's like meow, 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 meow. And then he puts a little Batman mask on the cat, and then it goes from meow, meow, meow to meow, 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 meow. Like I'm Catman. It's very
um, I love that. That's awesome. Um, I've also been looking into doing like memberships on my channel, but I don't really know what I would
cute.
do for that.
You have your 3,000?
It doesn't say that I have to have 3,000 to do memberships. Do I?
Then you probably have it.
I think I have the ability to do it, but I don't have like I'm not offering them right now because I don't have anything to offer uh, a member. I don't think like I mean so I've been
That's
trying to think of like things that might be cool. I think as I write more like patterns and stuff, that might be cool to like let people be pattern testers, release the patterns to them, all that stuff.
mm-hmm.
And then I was like, what if I like, because like I'm shit at graphic design, like I'm total shit, but like get like hats and shirts and stuff made that like say like weirdo and stuff like that. Um, where it's like not because I don't want to make it like about me, which feel like I've tried to communicate before that like I don't want it to be about like a like a me fan club because that's really weird. Like that's really weird.
Like
Um,
adore me, adore me.
yeah, we're so like we love what we're obsessed with Ian. It's like no, we just identify with this group of people who call themselves weirdos. So let's see. Okay, so I'm on the oh wait, so it says next milestone. Okay, so let's see. Next milestone, and then there's a little block next to it. Earn income uh, by connecting with your fans and gain audience to support forums and creator tools, memberships, supers, and shopping.
Yeah, if you have a Spotify or Shopify, not Spotify. You can connect it with your YouTube for merch. And then you can create logos and put it on merch and sell it on your channel now.
Yeah, and so for eligibility of that, you need at least 500 subscribers and
Mm-hmm.
have at least uploaded 3 videos in the past 90 days. And then you need at least one of the following: either 3,000 valid public watch hours in the past 365 days, which, 8 months of that I was not on the computer at all, or 3 million short.
Dang, it's 3
short
million now?
yeah,
That's
it used to be
crazy.
1 million. And they're like, oh, but that can be one video for someone. So,
Yeah, it could.
and
But
then
still.
for the page ads, you need 1,000 subscribers, and then one of the following: the watch hours or the short views. Okay, so I can't even do memberships right now. I know some people have Ko-fi, but I just like that's not necessarily with any ties to you giving them something, right?
What?
Like some people,
Kofi? What
yeah,
about it?
like you don't have to like give stuff to people, right? Like who give you who pay for that every once in a while or whatever.
I don't know. Like, as if there's a fee?
Yeah, is there like a monthly like subscription price, or is it just like you or like, hey, I'm gonna give some money to your
I
Ko-fi?
don't know. I don't think that it's like a monthly subscription
That's what I thought
that you
too.
have to pay, but they do probably take small fees from every transaction to like make money,
Yeah, I mean
something like
everybody's
that.
gonna take some kind of fee. But just thinking about how I can do something now. Okay, well, I was thinking I could do members, but I can't do that. But I could, if I did get like shirts or hats or whatever designed. That could be fun. I don't know if anyone would buy it. I mean, the thing is, and not to call all y'all out, but I'm friends with a bunch of poor people, or people who, if they do have money, they're going to spend it on
Thanks.
yarn.
Thanks. You said what you said. No, just kidding.
I did say what I said. I said,
Yeah, I'm on a budget.
I've seen these hosts turn out at a fundraiser, or I know what's up because I'm in the same boat. I can't call someone out for something that I like me myself like not in the same position. So.
Well, it was funny. You're fine. Gotta start making those rich LA friends then, I guess.
Yeah, good thing I'm not in the ghetto. Oh wait,
The ghetto. No.
where people steal ass pillows.
No, not the ghetto.
Not the ghetto.
I've been there. Where ass pillows are stolen. No chill. Anyone coming in like, what are they talking about? What is an ass pillow?
Why are they always talking about ass pillows? Thievery.
Thievery.
Thievery has existed around the mythos of the ass pillow.
How dare they?
Very dare
This brown yarn looks like it could be a nice poop. It's like
not just any poop, but a nice poop.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yes. That was nice.
We're getting good ass stretches. Ass stretches.
Where did I put my eyeballs?
These eyeballs.
Oh God, no. That's terrifying.
Kill with fire.
Kill him with fire. Oh no. Well, for real, where did I put my eyeballs? Like, I cleaned everything and then I'm gonna lose it. Really?
That's what happens when you clean things. Things walk away.
Hmm. I'm just hitting things against this. For real, like
Where them damn eyeballs at?
wow, I did this to myself. Trying to be organized.
Futile. So I think the watch hours that are listed that I have right now are going to drop again because between June and October, I was streaming a lot more. And granted, I didn't have like big turnouts, so I was streaming a lot more frequently. So the minute that 365 rotates to like start in October, it's just gonna be like.
But if you keep being consistent the way you've been consistent, it should cover it too a little bit.
It should. The first week that I was doing daily lives, I was having like really good numbers, and now they've kind of like leveled out to like the 2 or 3 that watch like the whole time, or something. So not bad, and I'm just appreciative of anyone watching my thing, watching my channel. And honestly, like if I don't get monetized, it's not the end of the world. It would just be nice. Honestly, I'd rather get makeup gigs, but like that's just been, I just don't know how to fucking do it. Like I don't know how to do it. Basically, here.
Networking with people, like in the specific community you want to be in.
Well, I have been, and like thing is, like a lot of people are in the industry here, but they've like when like they're not the producers or the directors, and what happens is like directors and producers typically they like to know the people that they are working with, so have already chosen like a makeup artist or something like that, so they'll pull the people in. I know who aren't doing who like I know someone who does like wardrobe, but like she often works with like whatever makeup artist the
Already hired.
yeah, it's like, well, okay.
I mean, you could like, I don't know.
It's not that I'm not trying, it's just like,
you could like AI Google /search how to kind of, tips on how to break in the industry.
There's so much competition here.
It's very saturated, I know.
Yeah. I might have to quit soon, because my back is aching.
I get it.
Freaking bacon.
Where in the world did I put?
Diego.
It's not a joke. I'm looking up.
As soon as you stop looking and move on to a different project, that's what it would be.
How I lost all my eyes, really?
Yep,
Well,
4 right there.
here they are. They're in this box, though.
Yay! I want to see some of your cool eyes.
They're not cool. They're just regular eyeballs. They're black.
Then never mind. I don't want to see anything.
And they're not even the ones I needed. So where did I put the other ones? Ugh. I have a thing for notebooks, apparently.
Mm.
Where the heck did I put these eyeballs? This is not good. I guess I'm gonna have to use those little... Whatever. These are noses. They're not eyeballs.
Do the same kit I do where it has like noses and eyes and stuff? Or is it all noses?
Noses and green and brown and blue eyeballs.
Those aren't black at the bottom?
They're all noses.
Um,
All of these, and then these are too small.
you are making me a little nervous by tilting that towards me, but you know. Only because I have dropped many a thing doing that exact move. Like, look at this.
I feel like if I did that, I would just leave the craft room for maybe a month. Just walk away.
Just walk away.
It was not meant to be.
Okay, so I'm coming up to the end of this yellow.
These eyes are too big.
The Goldilocks of eyeballs. Okay, Crystal says 10:58 Central Time. Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Well, the boning thing didn't work just yet, but we're gonna get that.
Oh my gosh, this cat's eyes are gonna be so big. Sorry. Yes. What?
So this is what I have thus far. So this is the up to the yellow finish,
Nice.
and I have 3 more colors. So I have the orange, the pink, and the red, and then all the straps and whatnot. And then this one needs the yellow, and then all the other colors. So then at least I can be like, oh well, I'm not just like on one cup that will I do all of the stuff for it. I'm like, oh, I have right here. I'm right here. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get something to eat, turn on a movie, and then drink some sleepy time tea with the bear with the cap.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
And hopefully I will sleep very well tonight, but not too much so that it affects my sleep on Saturday night. Because I ain't about that life right now. I mean, like, I am about that life, but I don't want to be about that life. Crystal, can I ask you a very personal question about yourself?
No.
Okay.
Yes. What?
Well, 2 questions. Do you like spicy stuff?
That's a personal question.
Well, I mean, it's going to become a little bit more personal because it's a little polarizing.
Like food? Yeah, I like spicy food.
Okay.
Other
So, what
sometimes.
is your favorite hot sauce? That's a personal question.
Mm, mm,
Because, I
I don't
mean,
really have a favorite one, but I like some hot sauces. It's a hard question
mm-hmm.
because tapatio is good.
Yeah, that's an excellent one. Yeah. That's not even in my top two. It's in my
Um,
top three. It's good as hell, though.
all the salsa verdes at like any Mexican place is good.
Interesting.
So tomatillo sauce.
Mm-hmm.
You?
Yeah, so it depends on what I'm eating, but I would lay down on the trail, the railroad tracks for Cholula. Um,
Cholula.
yeah, I love Valentina,
That's a
but
good one, yeah.
Cholula is just
Cholula with the wooden cap.
yeah, it's
It's a
just
good one.
it's so good on like everything.
They have a lot of different flavors too.
Yeah, I get the original, and someone accidentally got me the garlic and whatever the other day, and while it wasn't bad, it is not the original, and I did not read the thing, and I was like, what the fuck? I get like how many ounces are you, my friend? You are 12 ounces. I told you I have a lot of hot sauce in there. Two things of hot sauce in my room, and I literally have Valentina right here. Um, but but I go through like that much Cholula, like the big bottle of Cholula, like every week and a half.
Dang.
And I wonder if I think it's fine. It's not that spicy. Like I'm like, could I be doing damage? Probably not. I'm probably not doing damage, but with that level.
As long as you don't feel like you are and your body's feeling okay from,
No,
eating it.
my body feels fine. It feels better. It feels reinvigorated. It feels like that's what's right. But I also eat like I mean it's been a while since because I mean a lot of places where they have like really 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 spicy stuff it's more expensive. But like I like Thai chili peppers.
Mm-hmm.
Those are so good. They have like a little bit of sweetness and then a lot of heat. I like wasabi. That
Mm-hmm.
like nasal passages
Mm-hmm.
clear things out.
I like Indian spices. That yeah, they have
Yes.
some really good spices.
I told you about that time I went to the Indian baby shower, right?
I don't know.
So my friend, when she uh, she had her baby shower, and she had just moved to Texas from North Carolina, and so they were in a community that she is from India directly, and then as is her husband, and she was also in a community that had a lot of Indian folks, and then like a lot of family flew in. So it was just like a huge group of Indian people, and then me being the whitest boy in America. And so they catered in Indian food because there's just so many people. They're like, we're not going to do dishes. I'm fucking tired of this. Understandable, respectable. Honestly, best move probably. Um, and so, like, I think every single person there, other than my friend who knew me, came up to me and they're like, "Are you okay? Is the food too hot?" Like every single person came up to me and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine. Like, food's awesome." but yeah, I mean, I know it can get very spicy,
Mm-hmm.
but I find that like most Indian food, I don't really get a lot of like crazy heat from. Thai food can get really hot, but I love it really hot. so it works out well. I don't like Carolina Reapers because they taste terrible.
I don't know what that is.
So,
Okay, so
the Carolina Reaper is a manufactured kind of like crossbreeding of peppers. And so the world's hottest pepper has been, for the past like 10 years or so, has been manufactured um, as they get higher and higher in Scoville levels or whatever. So one of the first ones that got really, really hot was the Carolina Reaper, and that was from
Reaper,
Reaper, like Grim
like
Reaper.
the Grim Reaper. Yeah, like it's gonna
Yeah, not that,
do
not
something.
Reaper. That's a different thing.
Reefer or Reaper?
Reaper. I thought you said Reaper.
No, I said Reaper. Why is everyone saying that? Never mind.
I don't know. Honestly, like it's not my thing. Whatever. Hi, Mrs. Claus.
Hi, Miss Claus.
Interesting point. But then then the same person created this thing called like Pepper X. I think it's been surpassed with another pepper that's extra spicy. Honestly, if it doesn't taste good, like I don't want
That's
spicy.
exactly. If
Like
its taste is terrible, like I'm good.
yeah, and like yeah, the Carolina Reaper kind of has this like essence. Someone this YouTube show that I watch, they describe every time they taste anything with Carolina Reaper in it, they'd say it tastes kind of like death. And I can kind of picture it because it's got this like it's like mm, I just I honestly like before that was just describing it as like tasting kind of like sweaty socks or something. Like it's gross. I did win a wing eating challenge with Carolina Reaper peppers,
Wings.
and I got a shirt for it, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the shirt said nothing about eating wings, and it just was about the bar that the wings were in. And I was like, I wanted a shirt that proved that I ate some fucking hot wings, but here we are. Not where I wanted to be. I wanted to prove my prowess. Um, and then I've also done the Hot Ones challenge.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, or like we like this is before like I guess they had like the boxes where you could just get the mini bottles. So my friend and I went to World Market. You know, they have like all the hot sauces.
Mm-hmm.
And we got like all the hot sauces in the lineup at the time. And we tried to eat through them.
And did you?
Yeah.
Ugh. There's one that's like a volcano.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah. They, are you, the, yeah, apparently the one we didn't get to try because we didn't find is the bomb, which is one that they keep on every season. Like they change almost all of them except that one. And apparently that's like the tell of like kind of like that's actually most what gets most people. Um, but I like spicy food. I like to
do
eat.
they taste good or
I didn't get to try that one. There was one really high up there that did taste good, but everything else pretty much just tasted bad. They just wanted spice. They just wanted to get you.
yeah, I don't see the point in that.
Yeah.
Kind of like Atomic at like um but what's it called? That wing place.
I've never been to the swing place.
Sorry, Wingstop. I
Mm,
was counting. Yeah, they have this flavor called Atomic. It just tastes nasty.
yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
hot.
I feel like my nose starts running and stuff like way before I'm like, this is too hot for me. My nose just starts running. And so I look a mess, but I can still eat them. But or my eyes start watering, and I'm like, oh, and I look like I'm crying. But it's like, no, I can actually take this. I just look terrible while doing it. Whatever. Um, but yeah, if they don't bother to try to make it taste good, I feel like I wonder if that's like a strategic move for them to get you to like experience more heat.
I don't know, but it's nasty.
Now I think that
Right.
so like if you like make a spicy food because you cook things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you make something too spicy, like putting sugar in it reduces the spiciness, right? Because it reduces the acidity, or is it unrelated?
I would say putting yogurt is the best way to get rid of spice. I've
Yeah,
never put sugar, but
yeah. I know some people don't some people put sugar in their like. Well, I guess it's a totally different thing. I don't know.
there's spaghetti sauce.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
heard that. I don't know what that's
there is
about.
sugar in spaghetti sauce. If you
Um,
want there to be sugar.
but yeah, But I wonder if that's. But I was thinking, I wonder if that's if they purposely don't have sugar in it, so it tastes bad because you're just tasting like the raw pepper, um, and it doesn't have any sugar in it, so it tastes worse. Yeah.
Maybe. Ugh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you go if you don't mind.
for sure.
Thank you everyone for coming to hang out. Sorry I couldn't hang for longer. So this is what I have worked on during this time. I'm working on another top. I finished the band of this for the most part. All I need to do is make the casings and finish up the who's it what's it's
Straps?
the no the boning with the glue gun that I'll get.
Gotcha. You said whoozy what's it, so I was trying to
I know,
guess.
right? It's very specific. It's a very
I,
scientific term.
I don't know. I feel like these eyes are too big. What do you think?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Whatever. Sorry.
Oh, fuck my drag. Okay. So, yes, thank you for hanging out, everyone. Thank you for coming out, Crystal, and being the light of my life. And, uh, I think that says a lot about you and a lot about my life at the same time. Thank you, Rudy. Perfect timing. So I will talk to everyone later. Hopefully, I will be more well rested, and
Shit.
I will have smaller bags under my eyes.
Sorry.
For
What? Oh,
you dropped something on the other side of the country, and you apologize for it.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you later.